Ba 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 ba. Hello, we're here again.
Oh,
Long time no
welcome back.
see, Fright Sprinters. It's good to be back.
Everybody, let's take a look at Jeremy, who did makeup this time, by which I mean had makeup done.
That's right.
It counts. It counts. We finally did it.
We out here. We the best. Well, Deming, we might as well just get straight into it because it is Fright Sprint award season. I mean, we should maybe take a moment to talk about how great Fright Sprint 4 was. And it was.
I agree. I wasn't trying to get right into it. I haven't even talked about my look tonight, but thank
Let's
you
talk
for
about your look
asking.
tonight.
I'm dressed as a Sam Neill enjoyer, one of my favorite Scream Kings, Event Horizon, Possession, In the Mouth of Madness, and he has a New Zealand winery where he makes Sauvignon Blanc. We love Sam Neill. Shout
Absolutely.
out to Sam Neill if you're in the chat.
Sam Neill, as always, is always welcome here.
Absolutely. But now that we've gotten that out of the way, these films were so good, you guys.
This was such an amazing batch, such a great part. And, like, people are saying in the chat, this round was super impressive. And it truly was such a fun round to be a part of. Fun for us to just get in and see each film as they, like crossed the finish line and went through the judging process. Just a lovely batch all around.
Amazing, amazing teams,
Mm-hmm.
especially the ones that did the gauntlet. 2 sprints in 1 month. Made 2 movies this month. How many movies did you make this month? I made none personally.
No, we made little cute little scenes a couple of times, so that was fun.
We made movie
Yeah,
magic,
that
sure.
was our first time trying to bring that little vibe into the screening. That was pretty neat. I enjoyed that. We'll probably do something like
Yeah,
that
me
again.
too.
Shout out to the time Sam Neill gave me a birthday shout on Twitter. Congrats, technically goats.
That's a goal of mine and something that makes me jealous to the point of us fighting, frankly. TG's
Well, you heard it here first.
very jealous.
Well, I mean, I am ready to get into these awards. We have so many great awards to talk through and talk over, quite frankly. So we're gonna get into it. It's the Fright
I
Sprint
wanted to
Awards.
say we're doing the shorties first.
Yeah.
Um, we're doing the ones from that cursed weekend that kicked off on Friday the 13th. Folks only had 48 hours. We have 4 films come over the finish line. We have Weekday Update, which the judges described as fun and whimsical and perfectly manic.
That's
We
true.
had Rune Man Void, something the judges called an odd liminal experience, and Giallo Skinamarink. We had Good Riddance, which everybody said was just a great horror movie with a hell of a tables turned moment. And of course, Elk Rune saved my 2022. Is that what it is?
Halloween 2023. Yes.
Elk Rune saved my Halloween 2023, which everyone praised for the amazing Foley work,
Yeah.
custom sound effects that were recorded, and upgraded lighting.
Mm-hmm.
We were all very impressed. 4 great films that we're excited to praise repeatedly right
We're
now.
about to. So let's get into it. Let's get into these awards, starting with outstanding narrative. You know, it's such like a foundational part of what we prioritize in the film sprint to talk about story first. We talk about it every kickoff meeting. Story is more important to us than what your technical prowess or certainly like what kind of gear you bring to the table. First and foremost, we like to focus on what's a good story. And for us in the narrative round, that looked like Good Riddance from D&D Productions and an honorable
Good
mention.
riddance. Ooh, ooh, ooh. With the honorable mensch. We love an
Yeah,
honorable mensch, present company
thank
included.
you. Weekday update did get the honorable mention here for just some stunning joke density, which was something that got called out in their feedback as well. Really, really delightful. Congrats again to D&D Productions, sort of an all-star team of past, Northern California-based Film Sprint teams. They really got it done. And yeah, this spoiler alert will not be their only award. Outstanding cinematography. And again, this isn't just about the quality of the shot, like in terms of how good is your lens and how nice is your camera, but really also about what is the camera doing for you in your film. We try to keep those things separate. And a big congrats again to Good Riddance D&D Productions on your cinematographic excellence. Congrats.
Congratulations. We're impressed and we're proud to know you.
We are thrilled.
Some of you, I don't know all of you, but I wish I did.
Yeah, absolutely. And also congrats and honorable mention to Old Soul Trixie, Dina Hervey pulling it in with Elkrun Save My Halloween 2023. Some really fun choices that the camera did in that film as well. Congrats. We love you. We're proud of you.
So proud.
Oh, it's time for the award for outstanding directing.
Directing. It's a hard thing because it's a bunch of stuff.
It's a hard thing. It's a bunch of stuff. But our winner for outstanding directing in the Friday the 13th round was Weekday Update by Screwdale. Of course, we had two honorable mentions this round: Good Riddance by D&D Productions and Elkrun Save My Halloween 2023. Also, both got votes from our judging panel. That's how we determine honorable mentions. And this was a very honorable mention for them. Congrats to those teams, and especially to Screwdale.
Yeah, Screwdale truly madcap. As I said, one of the judges calling out just perfect mania, which seems like it'd be really hard to direct.
It does. It does seem that way.
Amazing effort. Amazing.
Well, we're on now to outstanding editing. And, editing is like such an important part of the storytelling process that we really value it here. And it's the one thing when we put teams together of like individuals, we're always looking for editors.
And that's how you know it's hard.
That's how you know it's hard. Everybody, is happy to be on camera. The best and outstanding editing from this round, Good Riddance by D&D Productions, with honorable mentions for Weekday Update and Elkrun Save My Halloween 2023 by Old Soul Trixie. Congrats to the D&D squad. Editing really...
I will say. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, just for Good Riddance, the editing did stand out for me.
Yes.
And sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, good editing is something, it's so good that you don't really notice it. Yeah. You just have this outsized impact. I think the only reason I noticed it is because I was trying to.
Yeah. So. When I was pulling clips from this film to put into the trailer, I noticed how effectively the editing really, like, enhances the impact of all the kills. And all the like violent moments are really made stronger by the editing, especially in Good Riddance. Really, really well done. Strong performance. We stand. We love it.
Incredible. Congratulations, y'all.
So I move on to outstanding effects. This is the award for the effects that were the most outstanding. And in the weekend round, that went to Weekday Update from Screwdale.
Dang, that was a good one. That was a good one. It had a lot of different kinds of effects.
That's right.
Both post effects and pre or during.
Yeah.
Present.
Yeah, a lot of makeup work. Shout out as well, because this was it like one of the hardest things to do in Film Sprint is to correct like a key technical mistake. And they had one that they had to deal with, which was that their rainbow wig included a color that they were trying to key out of their background. So that led to a member of that team manually going through every frame and just cutting out where the wig was to keep that person from having a big visible hole in their head. So that ended up being a ton of extra work that got that film across the finish line.
As someone that has to give really high-powered presentations quite often in my professional life, I have never worked that hard. You know what I mean? Never had to do that.
I know what you're talking about.
That seems so challenging. And we appreciate the dedication because there was a lot going on, but none of it was distracting.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Well, it's time for our next award. That's for Outstanding Sound Design. And this design was sound. Uh,
Sound as hell.
and it's the only one we have in this round. This one was a tie. But the judges came out with a tie from Good Riddance and Elk Rune Saved My Halloween 2023. Congrats to those two on a well earned tie. Congrats to Dina Hervey. I believe that's Old Soul Trixie's first full on classic discipline win of a film sprint award. We stand, we appreciate.
Well, it was gorgeous because Dina recorded all of her own kind of sounds for this film and her other submission as a Gauntlet participant. But something I wanted to call out about Good Riddance and the sound design there was just that it's it makes you feel almost like in the first Texas Chainsaw, where you could swear that you saw the hook go into the body, but you never really did.
Yes,
The editing and the
exactly.
sound is so good, you
Yes,
never really see as much violence as you feel like you
that's
saw.
right.
And I thought that was really impressive.
Yeah, they really rounded out the sensory experience of the violence with the sound design. Totally agree. Ooh, this is one of our favorite awards, and that's inspired use of the required elements.
Because we work really hard on these elements, and I thought they were cool this year, just full disclosure.
Yeah, we like to make sure that we present you all with a challenge that is worthy of your time, and we really appreciate when we can see the impact of those elements in your work. And the winner for this year for inspired use of the required elements for this round, Elk Rune Saved My Halloween 2023. Congrats again, Old Soul Trixie.
So
Back to
proud.
back, stacking these awards up. Good Riddance got an honorable mensch. We appreciate that. Good work, good stuff. Because I think and that is in particular for Good Riddance was the use of the jump scare. I think we felt on the whole that they had the most effective jump scare, which was one of the required elements this round. But we especially loved Dina's use of the rune drawing, that being like such a key element in her film. So congrats there.
Here and clever. We love to see it.
Uh, then we got the award for best genre representation. This was awarded to the film we felt best typified the genre, which of course in this round was horror. And for those of you who caught that round, it may not surprise you to learn that Good Riddance by D&D Productions did take home that award. And congrats to the honorable mentions Weekday Update and Rune Man Void by Ghostlight Pictures. All
Truly,
really interesting homages in their own way.
really individual, but all three horror movies. I love horror movies. I love experimental, weird horror movies. As somebody that drove to another state to see Skinamarink on the big screen and still feels mixed about it, big fan of this Rune Man Void recognition here.
Yeah.
But of course, incredibly deserving win for Good Riddance and continuing to kind of just like clean up at every turn was the messy bitches of Screwdale. We love to see
They
it.
are getting it done. And now it's time for some Best Actor nominations.
Oh, I love
And these
this.
were our top vote getters: Josh Jobrack for Good Riddance, Lady Beaver for Weekday Update, Dina Hervey for Elk Rune Saved My Halloween 2023, and Dana Hunt also for Good Riddance.
These are all like very like people that I either knew before Film Sprint in
Mm.
some capacity or like have had the pleasure of getting to know. All lovely people portraying great horrors. We love that. I love seeing Josh, who I did not realize was in the film until I started watching it.
Me neither.
I was watching, I was like, hey, that's my bud Josh.
Mm-hmm.
Then his character turned out to be quite mean. So that's good performance.
Yeah, yeah. Lady Beaver played multiple characters, uh, including being on both ends of a field reporter conversation. Dana Harvey had some amazing performances, and of course, Dana Hunt played that turn so beautifully. All these were delightful performances. In the end, the consensus of the judges was Lady Beaver for Weekday Update. Congratulations to Lady Beaver.
Babes.
Lady Beaver also got the most votes from the audience when we took the audience poll for Best Actor, was the best polling actor from the weekend round as well. So congrats to Lady Beaver on a wonderful
Talk about
performance. Well
show
deserved.
range.
There is some range that got shown. That's true. All right then. Demi, you know what's next?
No, I forgot.
Oh, okay. It's time for Best Film!
I'm just kidding. It's time for
It's
best film.
happening! Now, as you all may know, I love whatever that reaction was from Lady Beaver.
It's a bunch of beavers.
Is that a beaver?
Shut up.
I could not see what I was looking. I did not recognize it instantly. My
Context
apologies.
clues.
My apologies. Congrats, Lady Beaver. It's time for Best Film. As we know, there are 3 different potential awards for Best Film. Good Riddance, Weekday Update, and Elk Rinse Day by 2023 Halloween have all won awards. They're the kind of front runners at this point. I think it's fair to say. There were awards for Judge's Choice, Filmmaker's Choice, and Audience Choice. So let's get into it. The Judge's Choice for Good Riddance was... It was Good Riddance. It was Good Riddance. D&D. You did it.
That film was spooky and effective.
Yes, indeed.
Honestly, all around, great film.
It's true.
Great performances, great editing, just great film. Great job.
Soak it up. And also, the Sprinter's Choice, the Filmmaker's Choice, was also Good Riddance. It was a close vote, but Good Riddance did take that one. And then the Audience Choice. I could not believe this. I want to tell you all, we had 89 responses on our Audience Choice poll. And
that's not us lying like how we sometimes do.
No, that's a real fact. We had 89 votes. Super proud of that turnout. And at the end, when all the votes were counted, the Audience Choice for Best Film was a tie. Congratulations to Good Riddance and Weekday Update, the co-audience choice for this round. Well deserved indeed. Congrats to Good Riddance on achieving the rare triple crown of all 3 choices being a critically acclaimed, an audience favorite, and a Sprinter favorite as well. Well done. Very impressive. And congrats to Weekday Update on sharing that audience choice honor. Congrats to Screwdale, D&D Productions. Very impressive.
2 different kinds of sweeps, but all different kinds of winners. All of you guys, I'm so impressed. Again, people, you're so talented. I love watching your movies. These were exceptional. Thank you so much.
That's true. And I'll echo Prolomar's comment. Well deserved. Lots of applause. Lots of fire emojis. We're thrilled with these results and just these films in general. So spectacular, top to bottom. But we had a whole nother round we did.
Okay. For the Mega Sprint, just a couple things I wanted to call out. These films were freaking incredible.
They were.
We had Into the Dirt, which Dana Hunt, famous as we're discussing in the chat for that double neck crack in that, and Good Riddance. Everybody was so impressed by how effective it was in terms of pacing and how it was shot. We had Ghostlight, again, one of the folks that did the Gauntlet. Everyone said that it was excellent acting skills, and we love that kind of screen cap found footage horror. Shards of Evil, Old Soul Trixie, who just picked up a couple of awards. One of our most stylish efforts to date, raves the judges. We can also see that Full Circle by McKitsley Films. The judges said, legitimately felt like a movie you'd happen upon flipping the channels late at night. Completely agree with that. Miriam, Shelter and Lace, outstanding and a perfectly paced, kind of disturbing short. Devil's Night by Team Hell House, well represented in the chat here. Everyone says it was exceptionally well done, especially the cinematography, and we all agreed that it had probably the scariest shot in all of the films. And then Heimweg, simply put, just gorgeous, stunning. The use of color and the overall kind of narrative structure.
Also
we're all big fans.
Some beautiful shots
all
in
these were
Heimweg
great
as well. Really great, top to bottom. We really appreciate all of those films and all the people who made them. Let's get started with the award for Outstanding Narrative. Oh, man. I love this award. We already talked about it. It's the Writing Award. And it's that much harder with a challenge that's this much longer. The films could have been up to 15 minutes. You know, there was a lot more story you could flesh out on that time, and these teams really made the most of that screen time and that production time to really make sure that their stories were deeply fleshed out, really just had lore within them, and all sorts of just really deep horror elements we like to see. The co-winners for Outstanding Narrative were Miriam by Shelter and Lace and Heimweg by Jumi. Congrats to
Well
McKeitsley
deserved.
Films for the honorable mention for Full Circle. Another great lore building kind of film with a great twist at the end, as in fact, all three of these films had really spectacular twists. Uh,
Spectacular twist. Oh, that's a really good point.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, these all did have really great kind of like payoffs at
Yes,
the
they
end where
did.
you're like,
Mm-hmm.
some came together gradually, some were a big old
Yeah.
surprise. Some had a twist kind of like post credits, which I'm
Mm,
obsessed with. And
yes.
shout out to Hell House LLC Origins, which I'll talk about later.
For sure. And
Just a movie I watched.
yeah, twists and inversions, which we'll be getting to in just a little bit. But in fact, it's time now to talk about outstanding cinematography.
Oh, we love to see it.
Yeah.
Move that camera around, but do it well.
Couldn't have put it better myself. The award for outstanding cinematography for the Mega Sprint went to Heimweg by Jumi. And this was a close
I mean,
one.
that was so pretty. Just, I
Beautiful.
mean, for filming in public too, I
Yes.
think I completely understand why this was so close because these other Miriam and Devil's Night had such gorgeous cinematography,
Yes.
but is the sense of dread and like kind of that subtlety out of the corner of your eyes,
Yes.
amazing, amazing.
Absolutely. Also, I mean, like, a shout out to them for bringing a fog machine into an open train station just to add atmosphere. We appreciate that. This was fantastic work
Yep.
by all three teams. But congrats, especially to Jimmy, on your win for Best Cinematography.
Congrats.
Our next award was for Outstanding Directing. We love that. We love direction. We're always seeking direction in our lives. The award for Best Directing was Heimlich by Jumi with 3 honorable mentions. All of these films received votes from the judges. Heimweg by Jumi did take home the most votes from the judges, but congrats to Lusara and Team Hell House and Shelter and Lace, all outstandingly directed films, like beautifully
This was a
intentional
tough one.
storytelling, and the directing really is where the rubber meets the road on that. It was really beautifully done, well executed.
I want to call
Congratulations.
out Into the Dirt. In this one, I know we've seen the other films
Sure.
kind of get mentioned or recognized this far. Into the Dirt
Mhm.
did have really fabulous directing in the way that, again, dread was built,
Yes.
in the way that violence was portrayed,
Yeah.
really in a visceral way, but you don't actually see as much as you feel.
Yes.
Stunning.
And also, like, they spent some time dialing in that the like effect shot, which we'll talk about later, and also just like the use of different like positions with the camera and stuff like that. Really beautifully
Mhm.
done by all three films. Congrats. It's time for outstanding editing. Like we said earlier, editing's the part that we're ideally not supposed to see too much of, but I think these films all leveraged editing in really beautiful ways. The winner for outstanding editing was Miriam, Shelter and Lace. Really beautiful. I mean, the editing choices really elevated it. Like all of the tarot cards being transposed with shots that like match their composition, um,
Mhm.
and some of the other choices like the use of sound. I mean, we do talk about sound design in a different award, but the use of sound as a narrative element in the editing of this film, really powerful.
I agree. No, that shot of the like the tarot card posing being imposed on the character, I I felt like such a jerk when I was first watching. I was like, "Wait, what was their card again?" I'm like trying to pull up my notes while I'm watching
Yeah,
it for judging, and then I was like, "Oh, there it is.
right there.
Perfection."
Yeah, absolutely. All right then. Time for outstanding effects, and this one was our second tie because it went to Into the Dirt and Devil's Night, both really amazing effects.
Yes.
Uh,
Ooh, ooh,
Into the
ooh,
Dirt
ooh.
had a lot of great practical effects makeup,
Mhm.
had the spectacular like blood splatter on that blunt force trauma murder that Dana Hunt perpetrated on
I
camera.
loved that so
Yeah,
much. I like recoiled. That like
I
made me jump. It was so good when I watched it, like even on a rewatch. And
yeah
Devil's Night, I know I said this at the top, but really just something that had the scariest shot, I think, of Fright Sprint.
yes,
Like at the
definitely.
end, it gave me like hereditary
Yeah,
feelings. It just like
and a
chilled me in a
beautiful like the
fabulous way.
eyes glowing effect was beautifully done.
Hmm.
Like that's absolutely real material. But I mean, I just to jump back to that practical effects blood splatter, I really thought that that was digital when I saw it. Because the camera doesn't move. I was like, "Oh, that's a great digital effect." And then when I found out that it was practical, I was stunned. It's so good. Congrats to both teams. And just I'm building a blood splatter rig. All right. Anyway, it's time to move on to outstanding sound design, and this one went to Devil's Night by Team Hell House, with honorable
Ooh,
mentions
ooh,
to
ooh,
Heimweg by
ooh.
Jumi and Miriam Shelter and Lace. I think that the moment that really put it over the top for me is that in addition to having moments where the music builds actual dread, the sound design also built like fake out dread. The build up,
Mm,
climbing the stairs to the oven
climbing.
timer, and those other moments that really kind of like where the sound was being used in multiple different ways, which empowered those moments to kind of just gave you that much more unpredictability. Really, really
I
powerful
agree.
stuff.
Strategic silence, like they're
Yes.
like absolutely such an important component to why that film was so effective was
Yes.
the mastery of sound. I loved it.
Absolutely beautiful. And the score from the beginning, the pace and the cutting, like really fantastic. Good work by all these teams, and especially the Team Hell House, our winner for best sound design.
Congratulations.
Oh, it's our fave. Inspired use of the required elements. I will say that
Oh, yay.
the tarot card was the first thing we brought into this round. It was like we like everything else we figured out after we did the tarot card thing. So this was for me the thing I was most excited to see how everybody interpreted, and we had co-winners again.
Yep.
So congrats to Miriam and to Heimweg, Shelter and Lace, and Jumi for your respective victories in this particular award. Obviously I think for Miriam it was the use of the tarot cards, but for
Yeah.
Heimweg, I can say at least for me as one of the judges, it was the burial. It was
Mm-mm.
the way that the burial was used in that film was a completely unexpected, and b thoroughly chilling.
Yeah.
I thought it was so
I
effective.
agree.
Uh,
I totally agree.
mhm.
And I think that, we really liked doing the tarot cards as
Yeah.
inspiration. I definitely spent a really long time like making sure that everybody had cool like context and inspiration in their
Yes.
little kind of readings there,
Can I?
in those follow-up emails. And honestly, like I felt so excited when I was watching the movies and I could see it honestly in all of them.
Yeah.
All of them absolutely leverage the elements so elegantly. These two
Yeah.
teams definitely, from my perspective, were like so innovative about it. It was, not just, in some ways being literal in a way that
Yeah.
created new meaning. So impressive.
Yeah, and I'll just take a moment and give you some flowers on this, Deming. Thank you so much for the work that you did putting together. For those of you who weren't part of this round, Deming spent a ton of time putting together, collating all this information on each team's drawn element. They all got them within an hour or so of the round being kicked off. So they had this all this information at their fingertips, and all that information then came into use again because all the judges got to know exactly what the filmmakers were presented with. So they were able to use that information to help inform their feedback. So thank you, Deming. Thank you for your hard work on both these rounds preparing this stuff and empowering all these fine teams to do this good work. And congrats once more to Miriam, Shelter and Lays, and Heimweg Jumi for your inspired use of effects. We love you. Best genre representation. This was, I mean, obviously, this is the long form horror sort of short film competition. We gave you the most time. We had you the chance to give you the horror office, and you made the most of it. And the team we felt did the best job of that was Full Circle by McKeitsley. congrats on your award for best genre representation, and congrats to our.
I like this was a no frickin' brainer for me, honestly, in terms of like what I thought was like all of these films are so incredible, but what at the end of the day, like even after sleeping on it, I was like, that was the best horror movie. I felt like the mystery judge, who was definitely not me, said it felt like something you would happen upon like late at night. Like
Yes.
it felt like you're just like flipping the channels and you found some like C-list, like seedy, cool, like horror movie that you're gonna like show all your friends
Totally
and look
agree.
really cool doing.
Totally
Which
agree.
you guys can do because they're gonna be live on YouTube
They
soon.
will be going live on YouTube before the conclusion of this live stream, as a matter of fact.
Wink.
Wink, stick around. Oh, we get into another fun one here. And it's time to talk about Best Actor. And
This one was so
I
fun.
have to go.
There were so many good
There
performances. It was
were. I was
insane.
going to say, I have to go back and confirm this, but I'm pretty sure that this is the most nominees that we've ever had for this particular award.
I mean, everyone was excellent. Like everyone really brought their A game, even folks that like I just happen to know from the pleasure of doing film sprint over the years, like maybe they just happen to be in front of the camera, like maybe they're not trying to be actors, they just are actors in their own movie because they're trying to make a movie. Like everyone brought such fabulous performances across the board. Like there was I don't know. It was all really engrossing. And I think a lot of that does have to do with performances. So, like, everybody, congrats, truly.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So let's get into it. The Best Actor nominees. Here's our first four. These are in no particular order. The first four Best Actor nominees: Michelle Louise from Miriam. You like that upside down picture? That was a nice little touch. Stephanie Varga
Aw.
from Heimweg. Corey James and Alan Zeichner from Devil's Night were four of our nominees. Congrats to them. You're
Yes.
lovely. We appreciate you. And then our second batch of nominees in this category: Jesus Vehar and Bethany Livas from Full Circle, and J.C. Roberts and Tatiana Strachan from Strength Against the Void.
And which I feel like that team assembled by the fabulous William O'Donnell, who participated in the gauntlet. I think the three of them all met at a play, which is so cool.
It's awesome. Big if true. Uh, so there was 8 different people nominated, and the person who won this award in this round also won the Audience Choice Overall Award for Best Actor. So congrats to Corey James from Devil's Night.
Congrats, Corey. So well deserved.
Congratulations.
Like honestly, there was a lot of like nuance in this performance. This was somebody that created so much of the atmosphere, the dread, the shot that Jeremy and I were talking about earlier, where he's ascending up those like that little ladder and everything up those stairs. I mean, so affecting, so cool, and like funny, relatable, so amazing.
Absolutely. I mean, this was one of the most, incredible, rounds we've ever had. The performances, top to bottom, were great. And we thought that Corey did a great job. Congratulations, Mr. James. That leaves us with just 3 more things to announce today. And that's the best films. The best films. And we had our judge's choice, our filmmaker's choice, and we'll be finishing off with our audience choice for the evening. The judge's choice for best film was Heimweg by Jumi. Congrats again on
Stunning.
incredible, just like thrilling, like beautiful film. Really wonderful work. Yeah, getting a.
Inspired in so many ways. I
Mhm,
think that like everybody, I mean every like kind of like femme person I
mhm.
talked to that watched that film was like, "Yup."
Yeah.
And every dude I watched that with was like, "That was cool."
I mean, I thought it was pretty terrifying. I definitely I understood it to be identifiable, but obviously, I'm sure I didn't feel it in my body the way that a lot of people probably did. This was a really just fantastic film, and it's so much fun to like. This is a new thing, just having these clips up running because I'm just getting lost watching it again. This is such a fun one. Congrats again to Jumi on your win for Judge's Choice, and also Sprinter's Choice. Congratulations. This was a really snug race for the Filmmaker's Choice in this round. There was, of course, so much love to go around. And Jumi, just a really outstanding performance here. So just congrats. We give it up. We love it. Congrats. And I see Michelle Fentz is here in the room tonight, the director, I believe. So congratulations on a wonderful film. The Audience Choice Award. This one was, I think it's fair to say, a little bit of a runaway in the Audience Choice. They had with 7 films to choose from. This film got 50% of the Audience Choice vote. So congratulations.
Out of 88?
Yeah. Congratulations to Devil's Night. Team Hell House took home half of the Audience Choice vote, and well deserved. Congratulations to all these films tonight.
So good.
And just incredible. Heimweg, Devil's Night, Full Circle, Strength Against the Void. All these films, I mean, Into the Dirt, Miriam. What an amazing just batch of work. And just congrats to everybody.
I mean, like a gorgeous October. I had a beautiful October thanks to you all. You are all so talented and incredible. I have like 11 new films that I love thanks to all of you. I feel so lucky, and honestly, with each and every one that I was watching, like the first time I watched it through, I just was thinking about how excited I was to share this with people. So these are going to be on YouTube so that you can also share them. But I'm like sharing them with people at work. I'm sharing them with people back home. Like, I'm so happy.
Absolutely. This is a really, really fun batch, top to bottom. And you've all been such a great part of it. We're so grateful to have. I mean, what a great community we have here. You know,
I feel very lucky, and I feel like nervous and unworthy, but I love, you are all such incredible filmmakers. I think everybody, like, if it were up to me and Jeremy was not here to stop me, this call would be a lot longer and there would be awards for like every single tiny thing, because all of you deserve to be recognized, like in very specific individual ways. Like there is something that was so memorable to me about every single film.
Absolutely.
And congratulations to these like top winners, completely deserved. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, congrats to all these films all throughout. And I'm pushing them live as we speak. They're all going live on our YouTube channel right now. So they'll all be visible. I'll post a link to our YouTube channel here in the chat as we speak as well. So these will be up in the next few moments for you to go and watch. I hope you will enjoy them. You can find all these films here. You can also rewatch the full premiere from 2 nights ago. That's still here on Twitch. If you just scroll down to the past videos, over 200 views on that already. That's really exciting for us. We had 88 unique live viewers for that, people coming in to watch our work. So thank you all for being a part of that. This was a really exciting one. And I just, this was especially, I just think, I don't talk a ton about it, but I've been going through some stuff this last month. It's been great to have Film Sprint here for me, and it's been so rewarding to have it here for all of you. The stuff that you all make and the things that you create and the ways that you just get it done on no time, no sleep. I mean, they're inspiring to me. I know they're inspiring to Deming. We're so grateful that you share your gifts with us and with the world. We have had, I say this all the time, we've had people from 5 continents contribute to this, this work that we love to show off to everyone here. And it's just such a gift to be a part of it with everybody. Thank you all for just coming out to see us and watch this and be a part of it. You're all just wonderful parts of this community. And I'm so grateful to be a part of it and to like have this to build with all of you. This is the coolest thing that we get to do. by far, and Fright Sprint is the thing that we looked forward to all year. And this year, I mean, did not disappoint. This was such a fun one. I've been excited to show these films off since I started watching them on October 9th when they first came in. And I cut the first trailer for this before the second round had even started. Like, I was so excited to just get the word out and get people in and watching. And the thing that's really impressive, we've kind of taken some time and been reevaluating our approach. And so one thing that we've been doing in that is, we didn't spend any money promoting this round at all. Everybody who's here is here because they love to be here the way that we love to be here, and they love these challenges the way that we love these challenges. I think that's really special. So thanks again, everybody, for just coming and being a part of it. Means the world to me. I hope you will all go and follow us on YouTube. Follow Screwdale, everybody else who's posting their information. Like, feel free. This is such a great community. We're not going to make you wait another 6 months before another event. We'll probably have more information on that in the near future because I don't want to be away from you guys too long. I appreciate you all so much. This was the best. Deming, thank you again for just being so game to get your head zippered off on no notice. That was a fun bit that we threw together at the last minute for everybody. Really fun. This is the funnest thing we do. So thank you all so much. Yeah, we love you guys.
This is, I think,
happy
like,
Fright Sprint,
my favorite
happy
thing.
Halloween. Love that we made this happen for you all on a Halloween night.
Thank you for joining us on Halloween night. Holy cow.
Yeah. Oh, that's the best.
You guys are seriously the best part of my favorite thing. So thank you.
All right. I'm gonna start getting too emotional here. All my blood's gonna mix with tears, and that's the last thing I need. I appreciate you guys so much. Thanks again. Have a good night. Thank you again for being a part of Fright Sprint. We'll see you.
Congratulations.
We'll see you next year for Fright 5 print. Can't wait.
It's 5 print.
Good night, everybody.
Now.